What's up and what's going on, guys? This is Tayvon here coming at you with the next chapter of our book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. I'm proud of y'all for keep continuing to tap in, and I miss y'all something tough. But we get into all that later. In the meantime, in between time, let's jump into chapter 7, which is Be the Force. So basically, there are two kinds of people in this world: the proactive and the reactive. Those who take responsibility for their lives and those who blame. Those who make it happen and those who get happened to. Each day, you and I have about 100 chances to choose whether to be proactive or reactive. In any given day, the weather is bad. You can't find a job. You lose an election at school. You get a parking ticket on campus, or maybe you fail a test. So what are you going to do about it? Are you in the habit of reacting to these everyday kinds of things? Or are you proactive? The choice is yours. It really is. Reactive people make choices based on impulse. They're like a can of pop. If life shakes them up a little bit, the pressure builds up and they explode. Hey, you stupid jerk, get out my lane. Proactive people make choices based on values. They think before they act. They recognize that they can't control everything that happens to them, but they can control what they do about it. Unlike reactive people who are full of carbonation, proactive people are like water. Shake them up all you want. Take off the lid and nothing. No fizzing, no bubbling, no pressure. They're calm, cool, and in control. I'm not gonna let some other guy get me all upset and ruin my day. You can usually hear the difference between proactive and reactive people by the type of languages they use. Reactive language usually sounds like this: "That's me. That's just the way I am." What they're really saying is, "I'm not responsible for the way I act, and I can't change. I'm predetermined to be this way." Or, "Thanks a lot. You just ruined my day." What they're really saying is, "I'm not in control of my own moods." Notice that reactive language takes the power away from you and it gives it to something or someone else. As my friend John, by the way, explains in his book, What I Wish I Had Known in High School, when you're reactive, it's like giving someone else the remote control to your life and saying, "Here, change my mood anytime you wish." Proactive language, on the other hand, puts the remote control back in your own hands. Proactive people are a different breed. Proactive people are not easily offended. They take responsibilities for their choices. They think before they act. They bounce back when something bad happens. They always find a way to make it work. They focus on things they can do something about and don't worry about the things that they can't. Being proactive usually means two things. One, you take responsibility for your own life. And two, you have a can-do attitude. Can-do is very different from no can-do. Just peep game. If you think can-do and you're creative and persistent, it's amazing what you can accomplish. During college, I remember being told that to fulfill my language requirement, I would have to take a class that I had no interest in and was meaningless to me. Instead of taking this class, however, I decided to create my own. I put together a list of books that I would read and assignments I would do, and I found a teacher to sponsor me. I then went to the dean of the school and presented my case. He bought into my idea, and I completed my language requirement by taking my self-built course. American aviator Eleanor Smith once said, "It has long since came to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sit back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things." And it's so true. To reach your goals in life, you must seize the initiative. If you're feeling bad about not being asked out on dates, don't just sit around sulking about it. Find ways to meet people. Be friendly. Try smiling a lot. Ask them out. They may not know how great you are. Similarly, don't wait for the perfect job to fall in your lap. Go after it. Send out your resume, network, or volunteer to work for free. Dermill Reed once told me how his proactive response to a family crisis changed his life forever. His 13-year-old brother had been shot and killed in a drive-by shooting. One muggy August night, a few weeks after Kevin's death, Dermill got hold of a .38 caliber revolver and went out in the streets to get revenge on the crack dealer who had killed his brother. He was within 50 feet of the man when he paused and caught hold of himself. He used his imagination to think about what he wanted to make out of his life. He listened to his conscience, and he knew that if he took revenge, he'd be throwing away his entire future. Using raw willpower, Dermill, instead of giving into his anger and throwing away his life, got up, walked home, and vowed that he would finish college for his dead brother. 9 months later, Reed made the honor roll and graduated from high school. People in his school couldn't believe it. 5 years later, Reed became a college football star and a college graduate. Like Dermill, each of us will face an extraordinary challenge along the way, and we can choose whether to rise to those challenges or to be conquered by them. Elaine Maxwell sums up the entire matter quite well. Whether I fail or succeed shall be no man's doing but my own. I am the force. I can clear any obstacle before me, or I can be lost in the maze. My choice, my responsibility. Win or lose, only I hold the key to my destiny. So youth, let me ask you this. Are you in the driver's seat in your life, or are you merely a passenger? 3 things that kind of stuck out the most to me. The first is being reactive takes the power away from you and it gives it to someone else. Don't ever allow anything to take your power. You have a sound mind, use it. The next is focus on the things you can do. That can be the difference from you blowing up and quitting the job today or you getting a promotion tomorrow. Then lastly, bounce back from bad things that happen. Don't stay and sit and sulk on things. All right, yo, it's been a pleasure talking to y'all for this time. Go ahead and post the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what stuck out to y'all the most. All right, I love y'all, and I can't wait to hang out with y'all and see y'all again. All right, I'm out.